Sweet girl. About to start recording. Yes, I am. You wanna say hi? You wanna say hi? Oh, girl. Someone was calling me. I'm gonna go check who that was. What are you doing up there? Oh, girl. Hey, what's going on, my naprals? Today we got another zombies video. Steeler. What you doing, Steeler? What you doing? But anyways, guys, today we're discussing freaking Monty and the timeline nonsense, so let's get on that, because this has been very important for a while. It's so dumb how people think the whatever, and they're probably right. But this is my theory. Okay, we got a crazy another theory video for you guys today. So you know Jason's bombshell or whatever? So whoever reads a timeline reads it from their perspective. You know, the Chronorium, it's in the Chronorium. Whoever reads that, it's from their perspective. Well, my theory is that it's not Richtofen's perspective that we are seeing, but in fact, it is actually Monty's perspective. I know this sounds crazy, but trust me, I have a couple of facts to back it up, because it just doesn't make sense the way it is currently. And a couple other YouTubers are starting to realize this, but they are also saying that doesn't make sense from Richtofen's perspective. But whose perspective doesn't make sense from? Well, makes sense from Monty's. Now hear me out, this is where we bring in all the facts. Now the timeline, as far as we are aware, occurs either at the same time as Zombies Chronicles, which is my theory that Zombies Chronicles takes place inside the Summoning Key, inside the Chronorium, inside the timeline. Anyways, my order of events is that Revelations happens, and then obviously the Revelations ending, but then the Summoning Key goes out in space, Monty goes to collect the Summoning Key, Monty takes the Summoning Key, puts it inside of the timeline. That's where the timeline is created. Monty creates a timeline after the Revelations ending, which is my theory. And of course the timeline, as we know, is inside the Chronorium, so Monty also has a Chronorium in the perfect world. But not only is this from Monty's perspective, but Monty was the one who created it. Kitty kitty. There we go. That's lovely. Ow! If we're looking from Richtofen's perspective, he may know about it, but, I mean, he wasn't kind of there, so more likely when it says in the beginning, that's because Monty was in the beginning, as far as we know. You know, he's not lying to us there, probably, in the Shadow Man. That brings up a good point. Why isn't the Shadow Man in this? Well, I guess he is kind of, but not really. And then Monty's saying, like, in the Revelations, how they have this crazy, like, backstory together. Why isn't all that in it? Good question. Basically, I guess either it wasn't important enough, or, I mean, they didn't forget to put it in. Maybe it was to throw us off. But really, I don't know. Sorry, messed with your ear there. Oh, I'm messing with your ear some more. I'm sorry. But then we have the fact that Monty isn't omniscient as well, which means that he doesn't know everything, which is why we don't have all the dimensions. Where's dimension 2210, you know? Where's all the other crazy fractures and all these other important things that probably happened but we don't have record of? If this is from Richtofen's perspective, then why wouldn't he stop it? Why wouldn't he do something to prevent it? Why would he write... And this brings up another good point. Why would he write, I know what I must do, on the timeline? If he sees a timeline and already knows what he's going to do and all that, why wouldn't he prevent it? Why would he continue the loop? It doesn't make sense why Richtofen would want to go on this crazy, long, hard journey when really he knows how to prevent it. He knows all of this. Why would he continue a loop that he doesn't want to be a part of?
The road is long and dark, but I know where we are going. We will complete our mission.
Rather, Monty wants this loop to continue, or at least, I mean, as far as we know, I mean, he doesn't not want it. But anyways. Okay. I'll steal your kitty cat. My theory is Richtofen wrote "I know what I must do" on a different page of the Chronorium. He did not write it on the timeline. We are only seeing it on the timeline because Monty saw the timeline and he saw what was written on the actual timeline. So then "I know what I must do" came onto that page of the timeline.
What is it? What's going on in my phone? I can't get it. Oh, got it. Got it, girl. Now I can see it's happening together. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we got a tornado alert. Uh-oh. Spaghetti. You see, this is what happens when you reveal the truth. Activision, symbolism, foreshadowing, foreboding, ominous, dark shadows, man. But then you can also throw in Mob the Dead, but then counter-argument, counter-argument, then counter-argument, so take that. That may not be actual facts, but trust me, that is how I am gonna take this argument. So we've got all the 1.0 characters inside of the summoning key, the souls of the children, you know, the souls of the actual characters themselves. So the characters are soulless according to the timeline, or at least according to Monty's version of the timeline. And we have all the other characters in the loop. Now another fact that I have to present is that inside the timeline, not only do we see the timeline's creation where, you know, only Monty can do these things, only Monty would be able to put the summoning key inside of the timeline. You know, Richtofen wouldn't be able to just cram it in there somehow. I can imagine seeing that as an animation. That'd be hilarious. But this sounds like things that Monty would say. Richtofen wouldn't say the paradox must be resolved. Why would Richtofen even want that? Richtofen's trying to persuade Monty at the end to not do that. Rather, Monty's the one that says, oh, the paradox must be resolved after Revelations. You have to keep in mind what time period this timeline was created. When was a timeline created inside the Chronorium? After Revelations, in my theory, because Monty created it after he fetched the summoning key from outer space and placed it inside the timeline inside the Chronorium, as well as all the other things presumably from like Zero Base or the Empty Earth or whatever, where all the other things were in the comic. I mean, I don't know, maybe he got it from the Wonderwolf and all the other Goldenrod stuff from other crazy dimensions. Why would he even place that in there unless it was to stop the loop, the Ultimus loop as it is? Either way, Monty seems to be trying to prevent all the loops in the zombie storyline. And I mean, as we can tell so far, he has not succeeded, unless, you know, you count Mob the Dead where the cycle breaks. But that's a rare exception, that's different, I don't understand. A tornado. That's gonna be a tornado. You gotta be careful. Gotta be aware.
Let's see, what other random evidence do I have? Oh yeah, so that's the reason why everything isn't in the timeline again, because it isn't omniscient. I already covered this with...
Jesus Christ, what is happening here? How much recording just got corrupted, or did all of it? How much tornado warnings are there gonna be? Phones, stop blowing up. Doesn't even look bad outside. What is going on here? What is happening? What's a freaking rock gonna fly through my window? I'm so confused. Activision, stop shooting me down. Please. Okay, there. Freaking jeez, as far as I'm aware, I saved it, I guess. It's on the, what is happening? We're gonna see if I'm about to die. You know what? Watch out. We're gonna check this out. Let's just see for ourselves what's happening, what is about to ensue. I don't see anything. This is bull crap. You know what? We're just gonna leave that open and see what happens. Might have to cut the video short. We're just gonna have to wait and see. Sorry, am I blocking you off the frame now? He's cat. Oh man. You wanna say anything, kitty? You wanna say anything, girl? Go ahead, say something for the microphone. Say something. Oh, don't mind me. Oh, don't mind me. I'm sorry. Well, so much for a good freaking discussion video. What is this? Am I about to die or what's going on? I guess let's get back to the whole timeline thing. It's from Monty's perspective, right? Sure. More facts. Hold on. Give me a sec to think of the next one, because I had a lot in store for this video, but now my mind's everywhere. Friggin', what about, Yuri? Did Richtofen know about Yuri? What was Richtofen's diary the Chronorium the whole time? Why was he going after it? And Shinonuma, then the reason he drops it, and he looks for it until he gets to Ascension, then he gets it, and then he reads what he must do. And is that where he writes, I know what I must do? I don't think so, because it seems like Primus Richtofen wrote that. We're gonna go back to that for a sec. So why would the timeline say that Richtofen did this on this day, the exact day that he actually did it on the time? It doesn't make sense why Richtofen would read that and then write, I know what I must do, or did he write, I know what I must do, but the timeline was only updated up to that point? But no, but that doesn't make sense, which is why Monty created the timeline afterwards, which is also why we see in the beginning, which is why everything is Monty's perspective going spiraling in the loop, and it only makes sense like that, even though it doesn't make full sense, because Monty's perspective should be different from that, we would think, and there'd be more Shadow Man and the topic and stuff in it. What does Monty know? We don't know. And we see the whole journey of Primus, and we see part of Ultimus, which is, you know, Monty's nudging. So there you go. We see stuff that Richtofen probably didn't know, so then Richtofen sees some stuff. He writes, I know what I must do, probably a different page of Chronorium, because he hadn't seen the timeline because it wasn't created yet, so he saw something else. He saw whatever happens to Samantha, whatever anti-115 is. He saw something else, something crazy, to, like, know the ethereal realms and Shadow Man, maybe, possibly, the Apopkins, I don't know. He sees something about, like, the ethereal dimensional rifts, and maybe not the fractures, but, like, the teleporters and the dimensional traveling through time and space, and the Keeper's pyramids, and how they have the power and all that. Then he goes to Moon to figure it all out, but Groom Lake, I don't know. Children, we must lock the doors and get to the basement. What? That's not what he says. Anyways, guys, it's starting to rain, like, and it's gonna get escalation, I guess. Maybe the tornadoes. Oh, you know what? It's probably that. It has to be. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Doesn't storm. The sun rises east to west, so storms go north to south, and north is. That direction. So guys, I need to cut this video short before I die. Thank you all, and we're gonna cut the video short. Keyframe, signature move, timeline, thump. Listen. The perspective of the timeline is definitely 92% from Monty's perspective, not Richtofen's. Let's get that clear and straight right now. That's all I had to say for this video. Thank you all for watching. You want to say bye? You want to see? You want to? And have a day. While the rest of the internet is trying to figure out, have a day.